From the world of John Wick, Ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
It's the new John Wick spin-off movie, the 5th in the franchise.
That's right.
Well, I guess 6 if you count the TV show, which I don't.
Interesting.
Because I haven't seen it and it's bad. And I do want to talk about it at the end.
Okay, all right.
You've seen some of it, haven't you?
I've seen some of it, yeah.
And it's not that good, is it?
It's all right.
Yeah, that's TV for you.
Yeah.
On a budget of $80 to $90 million,
Oh, yes.
it looks like it's going to open in the US higher than the original John Wick, which was about $14 million.
You're right.
But lower,
For back in the older
Yeah.
times.
Exactly. Also, John Wick didn't cost $80 to $90 million. And around John Wick 2, which was, I think, about 30.
Okay.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
And in general, people seem to be like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
What do you think the story was?
Oh, come on, mate.
I'm ready for you to tell me.
All right. Okay.
Remember John Wick 3?
It's after that.
That's during
But you
that.
remember John Wick 4?
Yes.
It's before that.
Yeah, because he died in that one.
Oh, maybe.
No, he didn't, because they're making 5. They've talked about
Yeah,
it.
but maybe he's in hell. We don't know yet.
Could be in hell.
Anyway, there's a little girl.
Yep.
And she's like, man, I love
My dad.
my dad, who's Diego from the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, man.
And I love living a completely normal life in this weird house.
These are the two things that I love.
It's just weird and dark. It's all stained glass and stuff. But I love
Yeah,
it.
and it's like
It's
a
normal.
big castle or whatever.
But anyway, then some people show up to kill my dad.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it. They got X's on
It's
their wrists.
Gabriel Byrne.
It is Gabriel
And he
Byrne.
goes, you betrayed the thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, you've betrayed one of the weird cults and organizations and religions in the John Wick universe.
And that's bad. And
That's
people are
bad.
like, well, this is a bad organization. It's worse than the others. Why? Why is it worse?
know,
Why
man.
is it different?
We're going to talk. Well, I'm sure we talk about this every time, but when we get to the end, I want to discuss the logistics of the John Wick universe again.
Yeah, sure.
But then he's spoilers. He's killed,
Yeah.
and then she escapes somehow. And then she's like, and then who is it? It's bloody Ian McShane, isn't it? And
He
he's
goes,
like,
I'm your father's friend.
that's right. Would you want to be?
Do you want to hang out with Angelica Houston?
She was in the Addams Family,
She was in the Addams Family.
not the new one, but the old.
Not the new one.
from
The old. She's
90s.
Witches also. I don't know if you saw that. Not the new one. The old
The old one. Anyway, she's great, but she's mean.
Yeah, she's mean.
Anyway, do you wanna-
She make you dance and learn karate.
Do you like either of those things? Because you'll have to do both. Even if you only like one of the things, you're gonna have to do both. But to spoiler, you won't like either of them.
No, this is like family to you now.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's the family that sucks and is mean
Yeah.
to you.
Do you want a back tattoo in Old English? You're gonna have to get one. You're gonna. They all have them. It's inescapable.
Do you want to meet John Wick and then maybe have a John Wick fight later with John Wick? You gotta have to.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Yeah. We wanted to keep that a secret, but it's important for the marketing. That he's in this.
He's in it a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, then she becomes Ana De Armas.
Yep. And
she's
she
like-
goes, I want revenge
Yeah.
on this thing that
Well,
happened.
first you've got to do John Wick style assassinations.
Yep.
So do that.
Yep. There's hotel stuff. There's coin stuff.
There's coin
Hand
stuff.
a coin to another person.
That's right.
What's that coin worth? Honor or literal currency? I don't
know, because repeatedly in this movie, people get paid in real currency.
Yeah.
At least on their phones they do.
They do. It
So
goes bing, $200 million.
and
Bing.
you're like, not bad.
Pretty good for a
Not
day's
bad.
work.
Not bad. Should I retire on this and enjoy normal life? Nope. I'll just keep karate. I'll keep bloody katanaing people until I get katanaed myself.
Correct.
In a neon-soaked hotel room.
Hell yeah.
And then I'll just die. And
God.
I guess my money will just sit in a bank account?
Because the John Wick universe is supposed to be in like the regular world, but there's this undercurrent of like madness and insanity. I feel like if
That is all encompassing.
Yes.
Because everybody's. I've said this before. But
everybody's in on it.
everybody. Well, that's the thing.
I'm not in on it.
I said this when I talked about it before, which I did enjoy a lot. But John Wick's the guy you send to kill the president, and there's like thousands of John Wicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's a cut above, but everybody else is still pretty.
Yeah.
Who are they killing? Each other, it seems.
Absolutely, because one betrays the other one in a hotel, which you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Unless you got the right coin, which
Yeah.
you don't.
That's right. There's a moment in this.
Yeah.
It is at the end, but I don't think this is a spoiler.
Nothing matters, nothing's real.
Exactly. Ana De Armas is somewhere, and a contract comes up on her phone.
Bing.
And she's at the opera.
$200
And then
million.
like 4 other people at the opera.
They're all there.
Their phones go off. How many people are there? How many of these assassins are there?
I think it's because they're all in those neon rooms. I think like if you went to a regular room, there probably wouldn't be anybody in there.
The opera is sort of...
I mean, that's where they're going to be, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess because not normal people don't go to the opera. It's expensive.
Yeah.
You only
and
go to
boring.
Yeah, you only go to the opera if you're if you just got paid $700,000 for an assassination,
Dude,
and
that'd
you're
be
like,
sick.
exactly, and you're like, well, I
guess I gotta spend this money.
better be in a boring symbolic room.
Yeah.
The opera, perfect.
Do you reckon they all have billionaire's disease? That's why they keep
Yeah, maybe 'cause you
shooting each
quit.
other and going.
Except you can't quit because of honor and
yeah.
sacrifice, and you've made a vow to a weird religion or a.
They might burn your back tattoo off, which means something or nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, Len Wiseman directed this.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No,
I went
he
into
didn't.
this. Yes, he did. I went into this, and I'm like, I don't want to know who directed it. Like, I don't want to know anything ahead of time because
Okay.
I don't want that to be, I don't want that to color my association with. Because I knew Chad Stahelski didn't direct this. Who directed?
Yes,
or
he
co-directed most of them.
Yes, he did.
But anyway, Len Wiseman directed this.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, I mean, he technically did, his name's on it.
Oh, what are you saying?
They began filming it in November 2022.
Okay.
And there were rumors, and we talked about it, how that like it wasn't coming together.
Oh,
And
I
so
forgot
a
about
lot
this.
of this is reshoot. So in February 2024,
Is it Chad Stahelski then?
Chad Stahelski was working on additional action sequences for the film. And then The Wrap reported that Stahelski oversaw 2 or 3 months of reshoots,
Okay.
refilming the majority of the movie with Wiseman not present on set. And this is also 125 minutes. It's pretty fucking short.
It is short.
It's like it's.
So what I would say is when the
125 minutes?
Yeah.
or an hour
when the
25.
movie ended and it
Can't
said
remember.
directed by Len Wiseman, I went, huh.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, I cannot believe Len Wiseman directed this. Because he, of course, directed the Underworld movies.
Yeah.
He's directed some movies.
Oh,
Not
it
as
is-
many as you'd think.
It's an hour 29, not 129
Okay,
minutes.
right,
I should
right,
say,
right.
Yeah.
Len Wiseman directed,
I didn't-
allegedly.
Yeah.
He directed the Underworld movies, Live Free or Die Hard, which is the 2007
I don't
one,
mind that one. It's all right.
and Total Recall, the reboot version.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I mean, I don't know
pretty
how
good.
much of this is actually him.
yeah, I think the action's generally very good. I think the script
I
could,
agree.
I think the script could do with some work.
I mean, you know what? It felt to me like this is like a John Wick 1 kind of scenario where it feels a bit back to basics
Right,
in terms
okay.
of narrative, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, okay, sure.
It's
sure.
more of a straight through
But it
vibe.
does have the John Wick 2 through 4 weirdness to it.
Yes,
where
that
everybody's
is
in on.
good point.
Very much everybody is in on. This.
Everybody's looking at their phone and going, "Ooh, $200 million. Wouldn't mind if I wouldn't
that.
mind if I did. Wouldn't mind." And also, this is actually a recast of the Eve character.
Eve.
Yeah, because a Unity Phelan played her in John Wick Chapter 3. You see a ballerina who's supposed to be her.
Oh.
Because there's a scene in this where John Wick visits where he's from and she's from.
Yes.
And that overlaps in John Wick 3 and this. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so...
Nobody
yeah,
else does, but I
nobody
do.
knows what's happening. So Ana De Armas... Well, apparently Unity Phelan is an actual ballerina. So that's why they're like, well, we need
Okay,
someone
right.
who can...
Right,
do
right,
acting
right.
and not just ballerinaing. Yeah, so that's interesting.
But
It's also-
anyway.
oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, I mean, the key to this is the action. Is it
Yeah.
good? I think generally
Pretty
it's very
I
good.
liked
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I honestly, I didn't read any reviews. I wasn't expecting much out of it.
Yeah, huh.
I thought it was pretty solid.
And it's pointed out in an early sequence in this movie that, you might be like, Ana De Armas, she seems quite petite.
yeah,
How are they going to do that? And the idea is
women can't beat up men.
Yeah.
That's what you said in the
I did say
cinema.
that. I did say that.
Yeah.
And they address that. They're
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, she's always going to be kind of smaller than everybody
Yes.
else, and they're going to be stronger, so she sort of has to improvise. So she does get like, whenever it becomes a hand-to-hand fight,
Yeah.
whoever she's fighting will often get
Yes.
the advantage over her. She gets thrown through windows and out
Yeah.
through into walls and across tables.
I think it's interesting that they don't only say it at the start, that like you can't fight like everybody else because you're smaller. They actually implement that into the movie.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like something they say and then
And then
it's-
she's like-
and then she's just whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's all a lot of improv and grabbing
Yeah.
things around you and
Like at times I question how resilient anyone would be
Oh, yeah.
after she receives the punishment she does throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But like if you can buy into that, for the most part, you can sort of believe in it. Like she'll scrap until she can find a hammer or something.
Yeah.
And then she'll hammer a guy's face in or, that kind of thing. Or she'll find a fire axe and she'll hurl it across the room or whatever.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
yeah. This is also the last appearance of Lance Reddick, just not in this series, but also
That's right.
ever. It's his final role.
Yeah.
When I was looking at this, I'm like, is this real? Is this archival footage that they've kind of cut together? But no, he did actually.
yeah.
And again, he probably could have filmed his parts in 2022, I
Exactly.
assume, before he passed. But
That one. You know what that means, James? There needs to be another concierge.
it's true. They blow up. Oh, okay. Do you want me to
No,
talk to
I'm gonna.
Len Wiseman?
Yeah,
I'll
if you can talk to Len Wiseman, give him this tape. I'll do.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wick. Hello, Mr. Wick.
Lance Reddick doesn't do a...
No, I'm a new guy.
Yeah, I'm
not being...
but like, it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like you doing an accent.
That is what it is. It's me doing a
That's
stupid
what I
accent.
mean. It's like acting.
Good afternoon, Mr.
I
Wick,
can see
and
you acting.
welcome to the Continental in this Eastern European country that is made up entirely of neon statues of Mary Magdalene. I will be your concierge, and I will betray you as soon as your back is turned.
What?
I'm doing it right now. I push the button.
Wait,
I push the button.
whoa.
Mr. Wick, please. I push the button. I summon 6 very large men. You headshot them immediately. I feel bad for their families, but it's hotel policy. I push the button.
Wait a minute. That's not replacing Lance Reddick because Lance Reddick worked with Ian McShane.
Yeah, but I'm going to be the new guy and I'm going to portray him.
Oh.
He's going to go to like Poland or whatever.
Yugoslavia.
Yeah, he's going to go to Yugoslavia. Yeah.
Which is a real place. Yeah.
But then when I get,
yeah.
Mr. Wick, you're going to hit me in the head with my desk telephone. Like a Russell Crowe.
Like the Russell.
Like a Russell Crowe.
He would. And
But then I show up his brother.
Yes,
and then I'm
okay.
at the Continental in New York.
Oh, okay. That's very...
Yeah.
Oh, twins. But
Yeah,
you
twins.
don't have an accent?
No, I'm
The
just
other
me.
one.
I'm
Just
just regular.
regular,
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because it's the John Wick universe.
It doesn't matter. Nothing
Yeah.
matters. Everyone's on a telephone.
Yeah.
Calling an old school telephone and put me through to the whatever. Put me through to it.
Hello, Mr. Wick.
There's...
See, it's growing on you, isn't it?
I don't like it.
No, you like
you're
it.
saying it's growing on me. I'm telling you it's not. You can't force it on me, okay?
I
don't like it. I don't
know.
want it.
What if he comes back in subsequent weeks? I think you'll enjoy him.
Well, maybe. But at the moment, I don't like it. And I
Okay.
like him less than when you started.
Interesting.
Mason.
Well, goodbye for now, Mr. Sunday Movies. I see you later.
No. I think that there's some unique action sequences in this that's not just guns and karate.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sequence where she clears an area just using grenades.
Yes.
And that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, that would be a good video game level.
Yeah.
Of just like, I don't know, you escape something and then you've only got grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like that a lot.
Because she visits one of the...
Ana De Armas stealer.
Oh, very good.
Very good, Mr. Wick.
Very good. Very good.
Wait,
Mr.
let me try. Very good, Mr. Wick. Oh, I can see myself doing
It's
this.
appealing, isn't it?
No, I can see me doing it.
That's fine. As long as one of us gets to do it.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun.
And they sort of turn it on its head in that it's kind of... He gets half the way through his pitch.
Yeah.
And then the
Boom.
The sacred space of the gun shop is invaded by some goons, and they have to she has to shoot her way out.
I mean,
or grenade her way
there's
out.
no sacred spaces in this. Oh, there's also a little girl in this who's like her. And Norman Reedus is there, and he's like, what are you
Norman
doing
Reedus
here?
is there.
And it's interesting that Norman Reedus didn't shoot her straight away when she came into the room.
That's true, actually.
But I guess maybe they're in the secret hotel.
That's true.
I don't know.
Rules are rules.
There's also flamethrower action sequences,
Yeah.
which is good. I think one of my favorite stuff, I think, is from the last one, 4. There's the dragon breath shotgun, and there's the stair fight.
Yeah.
I think those are my favorites in general. But these, if you put these in a John Wick movie, I think that would fit right in. I think they're very solid.
Yeah. There's an opening sequence in this, or an early one where her first mission is to go to a nightclub, and she has to escort a woman out of the nightclub, and she's only got rubber bullets, and it's kind of like, and I enjoyed that a lot because it's kind of like she's doing her best, she's quite skilled, but she's only got rubber bullets, and there's a lot of guys, and they're all stronger than her. Yeah, so she's getting thrown about and stuff. Yeah, it's good. She's
and you
doing
see her
good
kind
work.
of get her confidence even in that sequence of
I will say though that then it cuts to 2 months later, and now she's like the most elite assassin.
Yeah, he probably could have done with a few years in between. Yeah. There's also a cult town. Just cult members.
Should we save that to spoilers?
Let's do some spoilers.
Okay, well, I'm going to say best movie ever.
Best movie ever. I would say I probably enjoyed this more than 3.
Yeah.
That was when this whole thing waned for me. But I quite like this. I also think the pace, keeping it this short, was good.
Yeah, agreed.
I think when I saw the runtime for John Wick 4, I was like, that's too fucking long. But it works. It's great.
Anyway, time for big spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one point, she goes to this town.
Where she's from.
Where she's from.
And the guy from the Umbrella Academy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Diego. I'm going to look that guy's name up. He was good, I think.
I thought he was great.
I don't know how much...
He did some good John Wicking.
I was going to say, I don't know how much of that was him and how much of that was Stuntman.
Yeah.
But good stuff. But yeah, so it's a town. It's kind of like a charming... Ooh. It's kind of a charming sort of German town, sort of like, You know what I'm talking about.
It's a
very
German
pom, pom. You know what I mean?
Pom, pom, pom,
Pom, pom, pom.
Yeah.
You know, a bit of that. But then it turns out everybody there is a lunatic, a gun-toting cult lunatic. And I thought that was fun. I liked the idea that she goes to the cafe and she orders a drink, and then the one guy comes in and she fights him, and then she's like, I'm not going to hurt you. She goes to the waitress, I'm not going to hurt you. But then it turned out the waitress is in on it. Yeah, and then everybody is there, is in on it. And everybody's got a gun. I thought that was fun.
His name is David
Castaneda.
Yeah, he's great.
Great.
Good hair.
I agree. I will say this. Also, he's got great hair. I think John Wick needs a new do.
I mean, in this one, he had to have the hair from 3.
Yeah.
So you think he needs to
He
watch
needs more
shorter?
body. No, it needs more body.
It was very flat.
Yeah, it's not
very flat and oily.
Give him the Diego hair.
Yeah.
He can do. I reckon he can do
Fluff
that.
it up a bit.
I don't know if maybe his age means he can't do that as well anymore, but like you can.
Bit of voluming.
That's what I'm saying.
Powder in there or
That's
whatever.
That's what I'm saying. I think
give him a wig. John Wig.
John Wig.
Do you think they should have called this John Chick or John Girl?
No. I don't think
I just think those are better names.
Interesting.
And I think they're good names and they sell what this is.
I would say that the title card just says Ballerina, but clearly for marketing purposes.
Whatever.
From the world of John Wick, Colin.
I don't think John Chick is a good name either.
It's interesting you said that.
It's
interesting you backpedaled so soon.
Yuck and no thank you.
Okay.
What was I going to say? So Keanu Reeves turns up in this a couple of times. And they have an action sequence together. And what I also liked about that, and I guess it also would stop people complaining, is that he's clearly much more skilled than her. Like, he's not even trying.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing this way longer, and he's the best one.
Yeah. And his suit's bulletproof.
Yeah, and his suit's bulletproof. And
nobody else in this has a bulletproof suit.
And he should have. Currently injured. At this point
that's
in time.
true, yeah.
Depending on where he went and if he got his finger cut off.
True.
John Wick 3 or whatever. But I think their interaction is good because also, like, he understands her because they have similar upbringing, they're both revenge, etc. and whatever.
Yeah. And so he is sent by Angelica Houston to solve this problem by killing Ana De Armas, but they have a conversation. He's like, I'm going to give you, he's been given till midnight to kill her, and he's like, I'm going to give you till midnight to solve your personal issues.
Or I'm coming in hot.
And then I'm going to kill you.
I'm coming in hot.
And that's what he says. That's his classic catchphrase.
Yes, that's
I'm
right.
John Wick and I'm coming in hot. Look out.
And I think it was just... was when Gabriel Byrne, what was it? Yeah, when he books it, when he's like, we've lost John Wick, and they're like, well, let's get out of here. And John Wick's loose. That's it. That thing happened?
Sure.
Was that him?
No, they said we lost John Wick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
we lost track of John Wick.
Yeah,
which you never want to do.
No, you don't. Yeah,
I mean, it's going to happen.
I mean, he wasn't there to kill weird cult people initially.
No,
but you know,
yeah.
You know what he's like, Mason.
I do. It's true.
Yeah, she kills everyone, and then in the end, it's the similar thing to the first John Wick, where it's like she's excommunicated and on the run, etc., and all of that. Yeah, I think. They could definitely do a sequel to this or fold her into another John Wick movie. It reminded me also of, I think you could, she has a really brief sequence in the last Bond movie.
Yeah, as Paloma.
And that's great.
Yeah,
all of that. So you could do something like that in a John Wick in addition to giving her another movie or
agreed.
Or whatever.
Do you
want to talk about what's next for the future of the John Wick franchise? Or are there any more things you want to say about, what did you call it? John Girl?
I didn't say that.
Okay, cool. I just don't think that's okay that you've said that.
I called it Girl Wick. And then we called it Girl. That's how this always goes.
It's a good joke.
It's a movie called Girl.
And the future of this, they talked about John Wick 5. Chad Stahelski said to THR, so there's a Donnie and...
Ballerina-ette.
Oh, like a ballerina but a girl.
But a girl, yeah. Miss Ballerina-ette.
Miss Ballerina-ette. It's good. Yeah. The Donnie Yen spin-off doesn't have the John Wick character, so we got that coming.
Yeah.
It's Donnie Yen and it's an ode to Kung Fu movies. It's John Wick 1. If John Wick 1 was Charles Bronson and Lee Marvin, this is Chow Yun-Fat, John Woo, and Wong Kar-wai.
Oh, in the mood for love.
Yeah, so there you go. That could be interesting. On John Wick 5, he said, I'm not going to lie to you, it's a bit of a conundrum. Me and Mike Finch, the writer on 4, who's also writing 5, we've got a pretty good story that I think is cool. Once we have the 50-page book, and if we're feeling it, we'll sit with Keanu and shape this thing. Look, everybody seems to want it. It's a matter of whether we crack it. We're actively working on it. It's just, is this going to be satisfying? That's a good way to look at this.
Agreed.
And he talked about The Continental.
Oh, yes.
He said
the TV series The Continental.
Yeah, so that's set in the 70s.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it's about a young Winston running the Continental, which exploded maybe in one of the movies.
Maybe.
He said, Keanu and I wouldn't say sidelined, but our opinion was heard and not really noted. The studio tried to convince me they knew what they were doing. A group of individuals thought they had the magic sauce, but if you take out Basil Iwanski,
Basil from Faulty Towers.
Producing initiatives. If you take out Keanu's way of delivering quirky dialogue, and if you take out the visuals, Over My Head, from Wong Kar-wai.
From the world of John Wick, Faulty Towers.
That's good. Very good.
Thank you. Just think about it. We don't have to make any more jokes. Just think about it and go, that would be fun.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's not the same thing. They thought it was easy as using an anamorphic lens, do a cookie hotel, put in weird dialogue, and insert crime drama. That's interesting. It's not just a franchise. Yeah, you can. Yeah, they said that there's a very specific way that they make these, and it might not be like a
with cameras
and whatever. But even like developing it and whatever, like it evolves over time. I saw him saying that one action sequence they completely rewrote because they found like a room that. Or a venue that they
we can do this in a room.
We're doing anything in this room right here. And they changed the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how they operate. Anyway, here's some reviews from people who watched it.
Oh, yes.
In the Great Mates group. Fidel Reyes.
Oh, I've heard of him.
You know. He said, Girl was fun.
Interesting.
Oh, no, he said, fun fact, Ana De Armas means of arms, as in bearing arms weapons. She really is De Armas in this movie.
Whoa.
Nice.
More like Ana de Flamethrower.
Yeah. Anthony Dorsey says, thought the movie was dope. This franchise really doesn't miss.
Oh, like a gun.
James Harrison says, great action movie. The creativity, the fight choreography just gets better and better in these movies.
Well, there's only one way to go, and that's down.
Yeah. But he did say, my only issue with this film is the story feels directionless. The movie is basically carried by Ana De Armas' charisma and action, but it's unclear what anyone's real motivations are, aside from the pretty generic revenge plot. So, yeah.
See, I agree. It's pretty generic.
Yep.
There's a great shot. It's just reminded me for whatever reason. There's the moment where she is, we don't see it, but she's cleaned out like a hotel room of guys, and then she goes out and she gets in the car, and she goes to set off in the car, and then she gets T-boned in an intersection, and then it just sort of tears her all the way back down the alley. I thought that was a really good shot.
Yeah, fun and good.
And in retrospect, that does feel very Len Wiseman.
Len
Wiseman.
Len Wiseman.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Should we go out of here?
With our
the next segment of the show?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Len Wiseman.
Len Wiseman. What is it, though?
Oh, it's what we're reading.
Yep.
What we're going to read.
Yep.